All right, yeah. So I don't know why it looks like that. I mean, maybe it's just my screen, but I look abnormally orange in this. But I don't know. It might switch by the time it gets converted to YouTube. But yeah, I was thinking. Today was a long day for me. Like I said, I'm preparing to move back overseas and everything back in order. And like usual, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. But that's just life, man. You got to live how to deal with it and keep on trucking forward and just and you know what I'm saying, and just keep moving forward. And then whatever falls off. Let it go. But now I was thinking about, man, like the different ways of survival between the two sexes. And like I said, these videos are like I said, man, like if you're an older dude and maybe you just like to hear somebody else say things you already know, or I maybe give you some insight on things you maybe haven't thought about, then cool. But like I said, most of these videos are going to be for the younger guy. From my perspective of why I make these videos is to let younger guys know the reality of the whole thing. Because like when I was 19, 20, like I just didn't know any of this stuff like at all. And I had to learn the hard way. Luckily, I didn't end up in too bad of situations while I was learning, like other people did. Like other people, they end up a lot worse off than me. I didn't end up bad off at all. But I mean, but I was lucky enough to still be able to learn it and see it. But yeah, so I named this video "The Differences in Survival" and how we look at surviving between men and women. Now, okay, see, and as a man, nobody really teaches you these things. You have to, unless you grew up with a younger sister or something, nobody taught you these things. So you had to learn it through your own deductive reasoning while you were still trying to play basketball, football, whatever sport, video game, and looking at pretty girls. Like we had to learn it. Like I said, unless you grew up with a younger sister or older sister and you watched how she did guys who would come if she was a good looking girl and watch how she played men who would try to take her out and all that. Like I didn't have a sister. I didn't live with no female cousins. So I didn't get to see this. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't hang around aunts or anything like this. So I didn't really get women's nature, man. I didn't really see how it played out. So but we know how men are, how men's nature plays out, how we look at surviving in the world. And it can be summed up pretty much to any man on the planet. Everywhere you go, everywhere you travel on the planet, a man's core to surviving is usually going to be about five basic things. He's going to want he's going to want at least some type of hallucinogen / drug to mess around with once, twice a month at minimum. And some guys get hooked on it and do it every day. But the core is most men are going to want some type of drug / hallucinogen. One, they're going to want some type of hobby, video games, building model cars, building real cars, whatever it may have you. But the hobby. Three, most men are going to want some type of job, some job to legitimately make money off of it, to get involved in community and with other people. Some type of job. Maybe it's not like a regular 9 to 5, but it's like something that is building towards. Men like to build things. So that's 3. 4 is to get a woman, just a woman who's at least, somewhat loyal and treats you with respect. And 5, to have some good food. Once you have those 5 things, everything else can really fall how it may. You can get your arm cut off. Well, got my arm cut off. I still got my 5. As long as you have those 5 things, whether you got $15 million or $5, as long as you got those 5 things still going, you can work around all the other problems that'll come along. You see, that's really what it is. And the core difference in men and women's look on survival in the world and how we attack the world is that, see, with our 5 things, those 3 of those can fulfill our survival. You see, 3 of those can keep our survival going. We can make money or sell our education on the hobby. You know what I'm saying? We can that can fuel us. So at the end of the day, men a lot of times would much rather just depend on themselves and just go broke for a while, depend on themselves. See, now, and this is the big difference between men and women, where now women, they don't have the same, we're not the same. We don't have the same outlook. We don't. Okay, because see now where a woman comes from. Okay, from when a woman's born to and that's a statement. Women are born and men are made. Women are born. Okay. They pretty much want the same things for the rest of their lives: attention, protection, and food can count in protection. But let's just say attention and protection. That's the core of their whole push. And anything else, and anything else in the back of their mind, the official backup plan is, well, I'll just find a man to come fix it. I'll find some man who wants me, and he'll come fix it. From the strong, I'm telling you, from the strongest, feminist, independent, butchest, dykest woman to the ditziest, big-breasted blonde woman that has an IQ of 16. Like their core nature in the back of their brain is all it's all the same. Like it's just how they're wired. Like their nature is to do their nature to do this is no different from a dog's nature to go out there and sniff grass and eat shit and stuff like, because it's a dog's nature. He doesn't think about it. He just does. You see, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with women and how they perceive, how they attack the world. So, I mean, yeah, sure, you do have like I may have touched on this in the previous video on this channel. Some women do have to work, but I'd say the general overview of women in work. Okay, one, you have a population. Okay, you have a population of women who just don't want to work, right? And if she's hot, she can get away with it. She can just, play the role of stay-at-home housewife. And like I said, her two things are still being fulfilled: attention and protection. Stay-at-home housewife, attention because she's a housewife, protection because she's a stay-at-home housewife and she's living off of your money. So her two things are still being fulfilled. With that being said, there's another population of women who does want to work. Now, that population usually grew up with a father in the house, because the father, she would pick up tidbits on working and admiring work, usually because they had a father or they had a father figure around a lot of times. So if she's hot and she wants to work, see, in those years it's cute to go out and work and get your own money. See, it's fun to play against all odds of what society knows you really are and do something different. See, so like a lot of these women, they want to go out and work between 16 and 25 because it's cute. But see, when that grown woman nature finally clicks in, they don't want to work no more. After 25, after 25, 26, 27, they don't want to do that anymore. They don't. But see, by this point, once they've gone out and worked so much, see, now they've gotten intertwined with other women who, usually are not going to be anywhere near as physically attractive. And they're going to start pumping things in their head like, yeah, you should be a strong woman and work and blah, 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 blah. So now they got this like borderline modern feminist mentality bubbling in their head, along with their mentality of wanting to be cute and cool and work. So they end up just all confused and they don't know what to, like, they're just, that goes back to the previous video. When they get over 25, just don't mess with them. Like, very rarely is it a comfortable situation for you. It's just not going to be comfortable for her because she's just mad at this point. But for you, very rarely will you be comfortable. Very rarely. But yeah, the core of their nature is not to provide for themselves. No. See, this is what movies tell you. This is what television, because see, television likes to tell you these things because it tells women these things while the air conditioning's working. You see, while everything is clean and comfortable. See, when that air conditioner stops working, see, oh no, we gotta get a man to fix this. Okay, I would guarantee, I bet there are stats on this. Women don't even want other women to fix their shit. You see, like I think I talked about Donald Trump before. I mean, look, they just do the math on it. Look, by how many votes Donald Trump won by? Just do the math. How many women were voting for Donald Trump? And women claimed they hated Donald Trump. But who they have else to go? Hillary Clinton. Women don't want other women to fix their problems. Women want men to fix their problems. That's where you come in. That's, you know what? this is going to sound bored. This is going to sound even more ridiculous, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I guarantee you, if there was a scenario that happened where like men like where women could legitimately like had the mental capacity to fix intricate problems in life, um they would have no more need for a man. Other unless like another girlfriend had a husband and for some reason they start glorifying that. They would like for because in most cases the only reason you are going to play a part in this picture is because you are going to make her life easier. So she'll figure, oh well, he's going to make my life easier, so I guess I can open my legs for him. This is the reality of it. When they're younger, like the whole bad boy thing can happen. Like, but I mean, like most of them will grow out of that at some point. If you're just, especially if you're dealing with like a college educated woman, they're going to grow out of that whole bad boy thing. I mean, they still may want to hook up with the bad boy from time to time, but in the end, like they're like females, they'll always want someone who is at least a little bit better than them. Because I mean, also, I've read a few articles about how college women, how modern women, graduate from college, they're saying there's no more eligible men. Now, there's still the same amount of men in the dating market as there's always been. But see, eligible translates into there's not enough men making more money than me that are interested in me. That's where eligible comes in. You see how that works? Like they always want something better because their survival skills. See, women, once they grow up, they will bypass their sexual urges for their genders for their genders nature. Their gender's nature is to find protection. You see, you being cool and funny, that don't translate into protection, fam. See, like being cool and funny can work when you're 20, 22, 23, but at 30, 32, 33, that's not enough. Okay, you being cool and funny and laughing and you stand out there at the bus stop, oh, you done fell off her radar. But if you cool and funny and laughing and you sit up in your own house and you driving a nice car, oh, you immediately fall into marriage material with her. You see, because that protection, she sees that protection, the protection. That's what they go after. See, like if you guys if anybody even watches my videos, man, like you guys end up, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and those age brackets, just being cool and talking out the side of your mouth with a nice pair of gym shoes on is enough to get, a girlfriend in those years because the women, they haven't matured enough yet in these age brackets. But once they start hitting 20, I say about 24, 25, 26, being the guy with I got tattoos, but being the guy only with tattoos and kind of a mean scowl and look, and you know what I'm saying, it's just like that guy's gonna start getting passed over a whole lot by the next higher class of woman. Because see, when the female's mind grows a little more in terms of being desired, see, they don't want to be desired by a man who can't protect them, you see, or who won't protect them. See, this is also how, like, in a lot of cases, like millionaire dudes end up getting rejected by like waitresses. See, the reason why that happens, I'll tell you the exact reason why that happens is because that woman's self-esteem is too low because she sees that man and goes, oh, I can't keep him. There's nothing I got that can keep him, that can keep his protection from. Because she don't care if you like her, she don't care if you love her. What she cares about is, see, they try to say, "Oh, I want to find love. I want to find love. I want my husband to." No, that is bird brain talk for. I want a man to be hooked on me, so he feels the urge to protect me. That's what women say, I want to be loved. That's what that really means. You see, they'll try to manipulate it to say everything to make you pick it up as anything else, across the galaxy. Any word they can use to get you to fall into it. But that's what it is. So it's like, so when you get older, man, you just got to find the one that you like, that's not too crazy and can live with. That's what it's going to boil down to for real. For most situations. Now there are some, like I said in other videos, man, there are some women who genuinely, are decent. Some, most aren't. I'd say out of every 100 you gonna come across, about 5 are gonna be genuinely decent. Okay, genuinely decent mentally and physically, to where they're not like, okay, because see, a lot of them become mentally become decent because they've physically fallen off. So now they don't have any other option to offer anything but to be a decent human being now. You got to watch out for that too, because a lot of them will all of a sudden learn how to act after they gain 240 pounds, or after they gain 100 kilograms. Now they know how to smile and talk, and talk like they have sense. Now they working at Walmart greeting people. And now here you come rolling up with a master's degree, driving nothing but like foreign cars. Now they know how to wave and smile. You see, you got to watch out for that, man. See, like, just because a woman's acting, whenever a woman's acting nice to you, it's for a reason, and usually because she figures she gets some money about you. That's usually going to be it. Usually it's going to be because she figures she gets some money about you, or she figures she gets some protection about you, and she's thinking, oh well, I can just trade him sex to get this protection. This is the core exchange. This is the core survival. This is their survival means. It's not they just use love as a substituted word because they know men, because they know men secretly want that. That's why they use this word. But if any woman breaks it down, what love means, it means getting protection and getting resources out of getting protection out of the man. That's what it's gonna. That when you have them break it down, like, seriously, you seriously have any female break down, like, what is love? Like what does love mean to you? Seriously, what does love mean to you? And I guarantee you, when you break it, when you get them to, because they probably don't even know how to think that intricately. But if you can find one who can think that deeply into an actual definition of something they say, it's going to come down to you giving her money or you giving her physical protection. That's what it's going to. That's what love is to them. You see, and this is and love is a means of survival for them, because the protection, which goes back to the name of this video, they're looking for protection. That their survival means to look for protection. See, this is why wherever you go on the planet, women love whatever they perceive as the loudest, strongest, powerful thing in the room. That's why they don't care about religions. They don't care about morals. The morals is whatever that powerful thing said is the morals. Those are the new morals. You see, very rarely do you find one that can just go off and have their own morals. Whatever that strong figurehead says, that's my new moral system for a woman's mind. That's just what it is. And like I said, man, like if you're a younger guy, I hope I hope I said something that maybe gave you some insight on the reality. Like, see, that love thing, it's all in your head, because that's what media wants you to see. Especially if you're an American guy, this is what America wants you to see, because it just generates more money. That love. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. You can feel love, but see, that's not the reality in most cases with most women that you're going to deal with. That love is just that's pumping in your own head, and you're seeing what you want to see, and you convinced yourself that. I'm not saying that feeling love is wrong, but you have to realize that when you feel love, it's not going to be the same thing as what somebody else is going to feel. Okay. And on the flip side, like, a woman might love you. Okay. Like, it very rarely happens equally both ways. Like, because any guy out there's some woman who's beneath him in the social market that is in love with this guy, but the guy never feels it back for her. It's all, most cases are usually going to be like that. Most of them, when one person's going to feel it, and the other person goes, oh, well, that's not a bad deal. I can fuck it, so I can deal with it. That's usually the norm of it. Very rarely do two people, like, genuinely are completely on the same level the whole time. Very rarely does that happen. So yeah, man, that's my video. That's my rant for the day. 20 minutes. Sorry about that. Have a good day.